it's Dan Walker, and this is cool. The Launch Masterclass starts tomorrow. Well, registration starts tomorrow. Lesson 1 opens Monday, this coming Monday. It's the best free launch training in the world, bar none, hard stop. And if the last 20 years are any indication, we're about to have between 30 and 50,000 entrepreneurs go through this free launch training with us over the course of the next week to learn the proven product launch formula, strategies and tactics, and get their launch planned. And you know, it got me thinking, because out of all those people who are gonna go through the Launch Masterclass in this coming week, well, most of them, they're gonna tune in, they're gonna watch the lessons, they're probably gonna find some stuff they like, and they're gonna file it away in that mental lockbox under things to think about. But some of them are gonna have a dramatically different experience. Some of them are gonna take this free week of training and they're gonna launch new products, new offers, sometimes entirely new businesses based just off what they learn here. We see it every single year. Every single year, couple months from now, people write in. We get the emails. People tell us about the amazing launch that they just put together and the crazy impact that it had on them, on their business, on their entire life. So what's the common factor? Why do some people have this just, frankly, epic level of success while so many others, well, they get the same information, but things just don't go quite the same way? Well, it's easy to say, they're the ones that took action. Of course they got the results. But, you know, honestly, I think it's a little bit more than just that. Wouldn't you agree? I think just about everybody's got motivation. But if motivation and willingness to do something was the only things that it took, well, there'd be a lot more millionaires running around than there are right now. So is it just a willingness to put in the work? I think it's more than that. Let me explain, because I think I've got a bit of a different perspective on this than most. I learned how to launch by being a videographer. That was my first entry point into this world. And I started off with just YouTube videos, blog videos, some, you know, filming of course videos. But pretty soon I was in deep. I was scripting launch videos. I was scripting sales videos. I was directing launch messaging. I was designing, outlining, scripting, planning live broadcasts. It all escalated pretty quickly. I did it for Jeff. And I also did it for a whole lot of other big name people within this online marketing kind of industry, this knowledge business industry. And I had two main specialties with the videos I'd create. One was launch videos. The second one was case study videos. So these were videos where I would travel literally all over the world and I would meet amazing entrepreneurs who had started their business and who were having a ton of success. These are people who were building their business in everything from creating membership sites, launching online products, all the way to selling yarn and knitting pattern, teaching people how to be how to train competition horses for horseback riding, weight loss and dieting and fitness, running a family farm, teaching show business actors how to get gigs, and kind of everything in between. All those folks, they asked themselves one question right when they were starting out. And it made all the difference. They asked themselves, how will this work for me? And you know what's the crazy thing about that? Most people ask themselves literally the exact opposite question. Most people, they ask this. They ask, will this work for me? That's what I think of that. And look, it makes sense that people will ask that, but the reality is, everyone's different. You're different. Your business is different. Your niche is different. What you care about, your approach, your experience, the people who you want to speak to is different. But hey, You already know that, right? That's part of being a creator. And there's the good sides and there's the bad sides, right? On the plus side, you get to create your own thing. You get to create what you want. You get to build what you want. And on the flip side of that, well, you have to build the thing that you want. You have to make it the way you want it to be. So does this mean that we're not going to teach you how to launch in the Launch Masterclass? No way! We'll give you the core strategy. We'll give you all the templates. We'll give you the blueprints. We'll give you everything you need to think about. We'll give you the AI prompts to help you put it into action. We'll give you literally hundreds of examples of real-life entrepreneurs who've put this formula to work and crushed it. But at the end of the day, there will be some individual adaptation required, as there is with literally anything worth pursuing. And that's a good thing, if you ask me. Because at the end of the day, you're here to build your business. We're here to support you in building what you want, how you want to build it. So as you're going through the Launch Masterclass, keep that question in mind. How can I make this work for me? It literally makes all the difference. I've seen people get stopped and get stalled and throw away an idea that could honestly easily become $1 million business because they got stopped by a simple question or a simple sticking point. They didn't feel comfortable being on a Zoom live broadcast. Okay, fine, take your phone, film a video, put it up on YouTube, done. They weren't sure how to take an online payment. Go sign up for Stripe, it's completely free. Don't let these little sticking points stop you. I've seen people launch how to sell your fine art. I've seen people launch grass-fed steaks delivered straight to your door. I've seen people launch how to fund your nonprofit and how to scream in heavy metal songs. All of them used the exact same core formula. But you bet there was some individual adaptation required, some individual messaging required, some slight differences in how they spoke to and talked to and how they communicated to their people. But at the end of the day, the same core formula, the same core question they asked. How can I make this work for me? And I think that's so key. Whether it's with Product Launch Formula, whether it's with literally anything else, anything that I've personally ever found that I've been successful in my life comes from me asking, how can I make this work for me? Remember, it's just what we've been talking about in these last couple videos. It's all about those 3 keys in your launch. Right messaging for the right person, build that proof for them, get them off the fence. And if you'd like to go deeper, the Launch Masterclass, first lesson drops on Monday. Registration opens tomorrow. It's 100% free. If it's not already obvious, I believe in this thing with a passion. Our entire team believes in this thing with a passion, and we're going to give you the best possible training. I'm gonna put the link in the description. I hope to see you there.